So 2 parentheses. So F-O-I-L, FOIL, right? So we have 2 items in each parenthesis. So front times front to make front. What times what makes 14x squared? I could do 14x and regular x. Or I could do 7 and 2, right? What multiplies be 14? 2 times 7 or 1 times 14? Well, how do you know which one? You guess. Really, there's no rule. It could be one way or the other. In fact, it's usually the numbers that are closer together. You know what I mean? Now, in this case, it's not. It's 1 and 14, it turns out. But this is a strange one. It would usually be 2 and 7. Am I making any sense? Usually when you have options, go with the pair. Try first the pair that's closer together. 2 and 7 are only 5 apart from each other. 1 and 14 are 13 apart from each other, right? 2 and 7 are closer. It's usually the pairs closer together, but clearly not always, because this one is the other way. Now, let me show you. How would I even know that? Because I'm telling you, you really should have tried 2 and 7 first. Let me do that. You know that's not the right answer. But let me show you that that's not. If I put 2 here and 7 there, you can put the 7 there and the 2 there. The order on the first 2 doesn't matter, but the order on the back 2 does, because then they're committed to somebody. So this is all wrong. Don't write this down. None of the 2 7s is going to work. But how would you know that? Well, here's how you would know that. You would say, well, I got 2 and 7's making 14. Maybe it's the 1 14. I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead with the 2 7. And then what times what makes 5? 5 and 1. No other options there, huh? 5 and 1 is it. But what order? I don't know. Maybe 1 here, maybe 5 there. Maybe the other order. How do you know if it's right? You check the OI. How do you get the OI? 2 inner, 2 outer. What's the 2 inner? 7x. What's the 2 outer? 10x. Can 7 and 10 somehow make 71, the middle? No way. No way in the world. So what's the first thing you do to try to fix it? Switch the back 2, because the order on the back 2 matters. Try it again. Still not going to work. The 2 middle are now 35x, right? 5 times 7. The 2 outer are 2x times 1, which is 2x. Can 35 and 2 make 71 by adding or subtracting? No way. Not even close. This is where I realize, oh, it's not working. I tried 1 and 5, 5 and 1, both orders. The problem must be back with the 2x, 7x. Everybody see that? It's just by trying stuff. But you'll get really quick at this as you practice it. I'm doing worst case scenario every time, and doing as many wrong answers as possible. So then you go, oh, it must be 14x regular x instead of 2x 7x. Or you can put the regular x first, then the 14. Doesn't matter. The order on the first 2 doesn't matter, but the order on the back 2 will. So what about the back 2? Well, maybe it's 5 and 1. You know that's the wrong order. I'm doing it wrong again. So 2 inner, 5x, 2 outer, 14x times 1, 14x. Can they make 71x? No, not by adding or subtracting. What do? Switch the order in the back 2. Put the 1 here, put the 5 there. Now it's finally right. Now we've got 1x, the 2 inner. The 2 outer makes 7x. Use your calculator. You can use calculators on tests and everything. And yeah, they can make 71. What signs do they need? Everything's positive here, huh? Everything's positive. There's our answer. So that is the right answer. Or if you had it the other way, if you had x plus 5 coming first, and then, whoops, I'm getting kind of scribbly here. If you had x plus 5 coming first, and then 14x plus 1, that's fine also. It doesn't matter. You can always swap the whole parentheses. Is that good? Is that making sense? Questions I can answer? Getting the hang of FOIL? All right, let's give that one a try. It's going to be FOIL, huh? And by the way, it's FOIL. I'll write that up here, F-O-I-L. And it's 2 parentheses. And how about the letters? We have x squared on the left. Remember what we learned about that? That's going to mean x is in the left of each parenthesis with some kind of number. I don't know yet. And y squared on the right means y's in the back, in the right of each parenthesis. Yeah. So you just put the letters in place and forget about it. Now just focus on those numbers. So what times what makes 8x squared? 4x, 2x, right? Probably 4 and 2, not 8 and 1. Yeah. Just a second. Let me finish this up. I'll be around. So 4 and 2 to make 8. Now, let's go to the back. What times what makes 11? Yeah, there's only one option there. 1 times 11, huh? But what order? I'm going to do it wrong like I always do. It's not that order. That's not it. How do we know? Well, we try the OI, which is the 2 inner. No signs yet. Notice no pluses or minuses. Save that for the end. Save that for the middle term. We'll tell you that. Right? So the 2 inner makes 22. The 2 outer makes 4. What do they have to make? Minus 46. They got to make the middle, right? Everybody with me on that? So I do the 2 arcs, the 2 happy face arcs. You're happy. You're almost done. They got to make the middle. Minus 46. Can 22 and 4. Now, for the first time, we're thinking about adding, subtracting. Can 22 and 4 add? Or no way. They add to be 26. They subtract to be like 18 or something. No way. They're not even in the ballpark of 46. So what do I do right away to try to fix it? Yeah, right. The first thing you don't go back and make 8x 1x or something like that. First, try to swap these two. So make this the 1, that the 11. Try again. This is 2. This is 44. Oh, yeah. Can they do it? Now, what signs do they need? Both negatives, right? Because you lose $2 and lose $44. You lost $46, huh? Both negative. Put them up there. Both negative. Is that all right? Yeah. Negative times negative. Negative 1 times negative 11 does make positive 11. It's all good. We're done. Does that make sense on that one? And you can, of course, swap the entire parenthesis. That's the same answer. Right? If you, I'll say or, if you have the 2x minus 11y coming first and the 4x minus 1y, that's the same answer, isn't it? On that. We good? Questions? How many got that? Let me see. I just want to know, speed up, slow down. Okay, looks like about 2/3 or 3/4 of you are getting it. Okay. What needs to happen first on this one?
Organize.
Yeah, it's out of order, huh? So you have to first reorder this one. First reorder. So put the, it's highest power to lowest, like that. X squared, X, no X, right? That order, X squared, X, no X. So now try to factor. That's kind of a hard one. Yeah. So give that one a try. By the way, we should be in the habit of asking, is there something in common to all the terms? There's not. But in the next problem, there will be. So notice there's nothing here. Make this faster. Okay, so if you're doing FOIL, FOIL, which is what you should be doing, and then you're thinking, okay, what times what is 18? For 18, 3 times 6, 2 times 9, 1 times 18. They all make 18, huh? Use your calculator if you're rusty on coming up with those. So which pair is closest together? Actually 3 and 6. You really should try that first. That's not the answer, it turns out. 2 and 9 is what's going to work. So here I am again saying it. I almost never do it, but they're doing it again. But anyway, let me show you a quick way to eliminate 3 and 6, because it's not 3 and 6. But you should have really started there, because it's usually that pair. So 3x and 6x, see, they're closer together. They're only 3 apart, whereas 9 and 2 are 7 apart. They're further apart, right? It's usually the close pair. Anyway, here's why it can't be. What would I do for the back two? What would I do for 18? Well, same stuff, right? 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Watch this. If I did like 3 and 6 to make the back 18, no way. Everybody tracking with me? Hold on. If you're doing your own thing, hold on. This will really save you a lot of time. Catch this. It's never going to be the case that you have two numbers in the same parentheses that have anything in common. You can just skip that right away. Never going to be. See what I mean? These guys both have a 3. These guys both have a 6. You're never going to have two numbers in the same parenthesis that have anything in common. Why not? Well, because you could factor out the 3. If that was plus or whatever, you could take out the 3. Okay, so what? Why is that the end of the world? Well, because we would have taken out, if there was a 3 in common, we would have seen it on step 1. It's not going to show up later. Right? Look in the beginning. Does 3 go into all of them? No way. 3 doesn't go into 77. There can't be a 3 or anything else in common showing up later. So this will really speed you up. This will eliminate a lot of possibilities. Watch. Hold with me for another second. So we go, oh, yeah, okay, I see, Mr. Aaron. So what? It's not 3 and 6. Well, switch the order, right? Isn't that what you're supposed to try? If something doesn't work, switch the order. If I put 6 here and 3 there, that's still a no-go for the same reason. These guys still have 3 in common, don't they? Right? You can still take 3 out of these guys, and that's never going to be. We take the commonness out in step 1. It's never going to show up later. So that can't be. So you see how it's not 3 and 6 in either order? Not only does this eliminate 3 and 6, what if we tried 2 and 9? No way for the same reason. Where? Where am I seeing that? These two have, well, it goes into 6 and 9. 3, they have 3 in common. No way. See what I'm saying? You're never going to have two numbers in the same parenthesis that ever have anything in common. Never going to happen. So this will allow you to quickly throw out a lot of things. No way, no way, no way, no way. Boom, you get right to the answer quick. You see what I'm saying? Couldn't be 2 and 9 in that order. If I switched them, it's still not going to work. 9 and 2 in that order, no way. 3 and 9 would have 3 in common. Can't be 1 and 18. All right, so at this point, we're like, all right, forget that 3 and 6. Do you see how quickly I knew? I didn't have to do the arcs. I didn't have to waste time with that. By knowing that you're never going to have two numbers that have anything in common in the same parenthesis, I quickly ejected 3 and 6, and I'm on to the 2, 9 option. 9x, 2x, or the other order. All right, keep going. So could it be like 6 and 3? No. Because these guys had 3 goes into 6 and 9, huh? You're never going to have two numbers in the same parenthesis with anything in common. No way. If I switch the order, no way. 3 here, 6 there. So no way is it 3 and 6 in any order. Good? So what's it got to be? 2 and 9. But could the 9 be here? And the 2 be there? No way. They'd have 9 in common, and the other ones would have 2 in common. So how does it what's the only option? 2 here, 9 here. See how quickly we got to the only option? Just by using the logic that you're not going to have two numbers in the same parenthesis with anything in common. So it's this or nothing, basically, isn't it? Let's check it with the happy face arcs now. It's our only chance. So now we try the middle, the oi, the 2 inner make 4x, the 2 outer, 9 times 9, 81. Can they make positive 77x? Yeah. How so? Sign in the middle goes on the bigger, always, without exception. Plus 81 minus 4, right? The sign that was in the middle goes on the bigger number. Now, right? Because, plus 81 minus 4 makes plus 77, right?
The inner sign goes on.
Yeah, so this one always bubbles straight up. And the bottom back, BB, bottom one goes back. Right? Because minus 2 times 2 makes that minus 4. Double check your last one. Minus 2 times plus 9, minus 18. Great. We're good. So we good with that? That makes sense? Speed you up a little bit with that. Never two numbers in the same principle with anything in common. Because there could be a lot of options, but in reality there's not that many viable options. Questions? Together what we learned from last time with what we're doing now. Remember what we learned last time? GCF, right? Take out what's in common. So you have to do that first. You did a little bit of that in the homework, that we had, that was just due recently, right? What do they all have?
B.
They all have a B. Do they have, and an A, huh? They all have an A and a B, don't they? They all have A and B. Yeah, so let me write that again. First, GCF, one big parenthesis. Remember how we do one big parenthesis with the GCF, and then on the next line we do the 2, remember? So take out AB. I didn't do this on the other problems in this section because they didn't have a GCF. I probably should have been saying something and looking for it. I just didn't want to bug you with too much stuff. But take out AB and 3 things inside. So AB times what will go back to 30A squared B? 30A. We good? Plus. I don't think there's a number that goes in all those, is there? No, there's not.
2 ABs are the same.
What's that?
The 91 AB and 49
It's 91.
Oh, did I miscopy it? I probably did. That's a 49B at the back. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, messing up. That's a B. So we should only take out B. They only have B in common. Yeah, thanks. Something was going wrong there, huh? Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Change the problem there real quick. I miscopied it. So that's just 49B at the back, not AB. So get rid of that A. There's no A back there. Just 49B at the back. So yeah, all they have in common is B. Huh? They all have a B. So take out the B, and that leaves 30A squared, 91A minus 49. We good?
Okay.
Now, leave the B sitting there. He's going to be part of the final answer. Now we do the double parentheses. We do the FOIL. Can you take it from there? Now it's regular from there. To you to just grab that middle and put it down here. Plus, what is it? Plus 91A. That's our goal. That's our target, right? We're aiming to make the middle with the two happy face arcs, right? This times this and this times this. We want them to make plus 91A when all is said and done. Right? So what times what's 30?
15
Oh, is it? It's not 5 and 6? Oh. See, I would have tried 5 and 6 first, and I would have been wrong. Yeah, okay. Well, they're giving you weird ones here. I would have tried 3 and 10 even. So it's 2 and 15? This is a weird one. These are hard ones. All right. I'm just going to take your word for it. Yeah, it looks like you're right. So it's 15 and 2. It could have been a lot of things, huh? It could have been 5 and 6. They're really shredding my rule that it's usually the numbers close together. Really, they're making up weird questions. This is kind of a, I've taught algebra for 25 years. They're picking some weird ones. They really are. So 15 and 2, I guess. So it's not 5 times 6. It's not 3 times 10. It could have been. But it turns out it's 15 times 2. And then the other ones, what times what's 49? That one's pretty obvious. Yeah, 7 times 7. Does that make our target, the oi in the middle? Well, let's see. This would be 14A. Remember the 2 inner. The 2 outer, 7 times 15, use your calculator, 105. Do they make? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they do. If you subtract them, huh? So careful, how do the signs go? Sign in the middle, always, without exception. The sign in the middle is taken by the bigger every time. So the plus goes there, so that means the other one's minus, right? Plus 105 minus 14, check in your calculator, it is plus 91. It's right. So then how do the signs climb back up into the parentheses? Once we've got them straight down here. Everybody with me on these signs? I'm just thinking, just add, subtract on your calculator. Plus 105 minus 14 makes plus 91. Just check it on your calculator. It's right. So then, remember how they go back up into the parentheses? This one just floats right there, huh? And the bottom goes to the back. So this one goes right there, and the bottom one always goes to the back. And there we go. That was a hard one. That was weird, 15 and 2. That was a pretty weird one. We good there? Questions on that? Okay, so what did we do different on this one? We started by taking out a common factor, right? So first step, if they have a GCF, take it out, do one big parenthesis, then go on to the 2. You tracking with me? That was the new lesson of that problem. And then they made really hard numbers. Okay, so let's try this one first up. So what's the first step you're supposed to try to do on every factor problem? GCF. So do the GCF. This one has a GCF. Use your calculator. Find out what's left from the GCF.
What is the next 18? 5 times 16? What is 18?
So what's the GCF?
5y.
5 and y. That's the GCF. So one big parenthesis, divide all those by 5. Like that, right? Five y squared minus, what is it, 18y? Was it 20 and 35? Y'all getting to there okay? Well, that's wrong. Oh, that's right. That's right. Is that good? See how the first step?
Yeah.
I took out the GCF. One big parenthesis, huh? So we do the GCF with the one big parenthesis. Are we good there? It's all coming together for you?
Yeah.
So 5y, 2 parentheses. We're thinking FOIL. So front times front.
Yes, that's what I got so far.
Front times front to make, what times what makes 5y squared? 5y and y.
Y.
No other options there, huh? And then what, now the back, what times what makes 35?
7 and 5.
Yeah, could I put the 5 there and the 7 there?
They can go.
Yeah, no way. See how we can fly right over that? No way you're going to have 2 5s in the same parenthesis because they would have 5 in common, and we already took out all the commonness in step 1. So no way on that. I don't even need to try the happy face arcs. I just switch it right away. Put the 7 there, the 5 there. That's the only possibility. So that's got to work. These two. What's this? 7y for those two. 25y. And what's our target? The middle? Minus 18y. So do they make minus 18y? Sign in the middle, taken by the bigger every time. Minus on the 25. He's the bigger. Plus on the 7. Check it on your calculator. 7 minus 25 is negative 18. How do they get back to the parentheses? This one floats straight up. Bottom goes to the back. We're done. There it is. That making sense? On that? Factoring that? Questions I can answer on that? I wish I could go super slow, but there is YouTube for that. So let me help you with this one. Maybe you remember when there's a negative in the front? Negative in front. Take out GCF -1. Switch all signs. So you got to put a -1 in the front and all the signs switch. See how they all switched? That became negative. That became positive. We good so far? Is that good to there? And now the rest is normal. So that -1 will stay in the front. He is part of the final answer. And we do the 2 parentheses, and we do the FOIL, the FOIL thing.
7 times 3? But we start 3 and 7? Or more?
Yeah, so what times what's 21?
2 times 7?
7 times 3, right? And now last time, what times what's 35? 5 and 7. Could I put the 7 there? No way. No way you're going to have 2 7s in the same parenthesis. So 5 here, 7 there. Huh, it's got to be. Let's try it. The 2 inner, 15x. The 2 outer, 49x. What's our target? What's our goal? Minus 64x. Do they make, how can they make minus? The sign in the middle goes on the bigger and both, but always on the bigger, without exception, right? They'd have to be both. Double check it on your calculator. Minus 15 and minus 49. Yep, it is minus 64. See that? See how we do the signs at the very end, making the middle sign correct?
Bring down the -1.
I'll see that. So then these are just both minus. And that's right, isn't it? minus 5 times minus 7 is plus 35. That's good. It's all right. Yeah.
When I was doing, like the problems on
The homework?
the homework, one of the things that helped me, it was saying that to look for the,
I think the other.
I was gonna say two-factor,
Yeah,
the
two.
last number and the front.
Oh, yeah. What multiplies to be that?
Yeah, and the
21.
last one, like what you
But
did.
this
And what multiplies to be 35?
Here?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well said. So we're saying what two numbers multiply to be 21, 3 and 7? And what multiplies to be 35, 5 and 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing we're doing. Yeah. And then you got to get the order right to make the middle term.
Because in this,
Come out,
this
huh.
one,
Is that good? Is that making sense on that? We good to there? Questions?